Alright, welcome to part 13 of my Your Turn to Die playthrough. Up to this point, every video that I have recorded was within about 6 to 12 hours of one another. It's been over 24 hours this time. I've been tired. I've been just so tired. It doesn't matter because I upload my videos like every 2 days. So I'm like 10 videos ahead right now. But anyway, doesn't matter. Let me just resume the game. So last time we started the main game and we came upon a lot of different things. First of all, Kyutaro tried to... first of all, So claimed to be the Keymaster. Bad So. Bad So. Go in the corner. And then Kyutaro stood up and said, "We should vote for the people that have been the least useful." And he said, Kanna, Nao, Gin. And I'm like, anyway. And then we learned that Gin found a paper which said that Sarah is a murderer. But then, no, we found something else. We found that the paper matched the one that we had. So it's a little different from that. And we found some interesting information. One of the other participants, or victims, was named Alice Yabusame. We now know who that is. Reko's brother. Brother, yes, Alice. That's you over here, Mr. Ganbei. That is Alice Yabusame, Reko's brother. Alright, what happened after that? I know this is what just started, so let's get a refresher. Okay. So was questioning Nao's actions with the box in the kitchen. I see a lot that's illogical about Nao's actions. Aren't you curious what she was doing in the room? I took the box and just sat and hid in the kitchen. I didn't even touch anything in the room. After everyone else, I inspected the kitchen and found no signs of any trickery. Alright, Kai, let's hear you. Miss Sarah, you searched before me, so you should be aware of this as well. Oh, that's it? I wonder if she really was just hiding. So seems to want to imply something. Really? Sitting in the dark, I asked him questions again and again, even though I wouldn't get an answer. I wonder why. Huh. What if she was just hiding? Should be aware of this as well. Huh. I mean, there's the thing about the narrow box, you know, the empty box with the knife. I found no signs of any trickery. Well, someone took the knife. I suppose that we'll accept it, but... What? What do you mean? He says he found no signs of trickery. I'm trying to show him, hey, someone took the knife. How is that being rejected? Game? Jank game. Fix your plot holes. I'm joking. Let's hear you out again. I took the box and just sat and hid in the kitchen. I didn't touch anything in the room. Sitting in the dark, I asked him questions again and again, even though I wouldn't get an answer. What, am I supposed to present this to her? The box? I mean, it's a different box. Aha! Did you really not touch it? What the heck, game? It would have been one of those frequent phrases that the game gets. It's a Steam problem. I played the game through Steam, and this is a common problem that happens in the games that I play on Steam. Oh, sorry, what did she say? Did you really not touch anything? Huh? The kitchen had been locked until then, and after you left now, we obtained this long, narrow box. There was nothing inside. Only now could have taken the knife out of it. I don't know anything about that. Hold on, when and how did Now find the key to the kitchen anyway? That's right, we found the key on the second floor. And it was in a place that, by the time that we found it, like, Now could not have been there and obtained it. She could not have gone back to put it there. How did she get in there anyway? It was open. It was open? Eh? The kitchen door was unlocked at the time. So I ran in and locked in from the inside. Locked it from the inside. Then somebody else went in first, meow. That's who took the knife, woof. First, I carried Alice over to the pink room. At that time, someone dug through the kitchen, took the knife, and left. Finally, Now went into the kitchen with the box and locked herself in. Does the timing work out? It was several days ago for me, so I'm not sure anymore. Maybe that's logical. It's super sketchy, though. It's not sketchy in the least. I'll tell you anything. Well then, Miss Now, tell us what you were doing in the kitchen. The whole time, I just sat and held the box. I didn't move an inch. Well, guess you'll just have to break the ice, Sarah. Yeah, I need to ask her about that. I didn't move an inch. Sitting in the dark, I asked him questions again and again, even though I wouldn't get an answer. What, you're saying the same thing as before? If she never let it go, then wonder why the box was empty. We'll just have to ask her. I asked him questions again and again, even though I wouldn't get an answer. Nothing I have... Huh. What? That makes no sense. Am I just supposed to conflict the two? Oh, okay, because he says, if she never let go, you'll have to... And then she says she never let go. Just held the box. That's the only thing left. So you're lying, huh? No. What? There was nothing in the box. Nothing at all. What? That can't... Right! Oh, that's right. She never knew. She left without... We opened the box after she left. She doesn't know that the Professor Mishima head was no longer there. She's just learning that right now. It just occurred to me. Oh. I'm sorry I have to tell her like this. What? That can't be right. It's true now. What's that? I don't know anything. The professor was with me the whole time. Where did he go? Is this an act? No, it's that kind of gal. There's gotta be a reason it vanished. The mystery of the vanishing head. If Nao is just acting, then can't really put together why she'd need to lie to us here. What's going on? I don't understand. I certainly lost sight of myself, but I've done nothing suspicious, and I don't know why it disappeared. Now, respected Professor Mishima, maybe her shock was so great that she unconsciously did something strange? I mean, that's possible. Like, unwillingly, right? That is possible. It must have gotten swapped at some point with another box the kidnappers prepared. I mean, the entire time I said that when the white gas was sent into the room, the pink room, it was the whole purpose of that was actually to replace the doll that had been assembled with a real human that went there at that time while nobody could see, to give the illusion that it was the doll, which realistically it's not a supernatural game. It wasn't a doll, it was a human, okay? Miley was a human. So the kidnappers have like secret passages, places that they can come and go from. They have stuff like that. I've been telling that the entire time. I'm sure of this. And if it happened back there, it totally could have happened in the kitchen as well. So I'm with her on this one. I agree with you. The contents of the box warped, meow, like a dimensional teleporter thing, woof. Miss Nao being manipulated by the kidnappers? Is that a possibility? Is there no good lead? Maybe she was on the kidnapper's side to start, or maybe brainwashed or something. Doubting doesn't feel good, does it? I doubt it. I mean, technically it's possible, but I doubt it so. Now, respected Professor Mishima, maybe her shock was so great that she unconsciously did something strange? I do find this a bit more believable. It's not like we always act in the most logical way, right? Especially during times of distress. This was after that awful vote. If I felt what Nao felt, if Sarah had died, who knows what Joe would have done at any given point in time afterwards. If you felt like Nao, what would you do? Cry. Joe, if it had been you who lost someone precious in that vote, what would you do? If it were me, rather than grieve, I might just snap. Snap? Like, who the hell voted for Sarah? I'd look for the culprit on the spot. Of course, I'd know full well it was Miley to blame, but I might take out my anger on everybody else. That's what I mean, you don't always follow logic. Yeah, maybe so. If someone else killed them, anger would be a natural response. Joe is not necessarily wrong. Obviously, everybody is gonna react differently. He might react with anger. Someone else might, like we saw now, her reaction was shock and then grief and denial when kind of... There was denial. She was like, he's still alive, as he shook him. And the head got detached from, like, the neck broke off. Like, the denial. Or no. The contents of the box warped, meow, like a dimensional teleporter thing, woof. Okay, I'm not gonna give too much contention to this. This place must be a hyper-advanced mansion, meow. Kin, Big Sis now isn't a bad person, meow. Do something, woof. Again, you're cute here, but I'm not gonna validate that suggestion. I'm sorry. I certainly lost sight of myself, but I've done nothing suspicious, and I don't know why it disappeared. To me, Professor Mishima was a very, very important figure. Losing Professor Mishima in the vote. Were you sad? I was sad. It hurt. I didn't want to believe it was reality. Is that all? Is that strange? You'd understand, right, Sarah? Wasn't she curious about who voted for Professor Mishima? The entire time, and I was with KG on this one, the entire time when Joe said, who voted for Professor? Who among you voted for the Professor? And I was with KG on that. It doesn't matter who did it. It's not about who did it. The point is, no one, not a single person, wanted him to die. The entire thing was made confusing, obtuse. I actually went back to review the conversation in that part, and Miley said something like, as a test for the main game, we'll vote for someone. She said, as a test. I'm pretty sure those were her words. It was implied that it was not a serious vote. It was implied that we were not voting for someone to actually die right there and then. This is why I cannot point fingers. And once again, I was against Joe about this, and now that Sarah is the one questioning it, not aloud, she's questioning it in her head. But now that Sarah is questioning it, I'm also with KG on this. Why, Sarah? Seeing that happen to Professor Mishima, more than angry, I was sad. It hurt. The pain. You all couldn't understand it. Except you, Kanna. I'm sorry, this is not funny. This is so not funny. Anyway, Kanna, you can understand. Oh. Like, I said that half jokingly, because obviously Kanna can understand the pain here, but in my head, as I said that, I just imagined in my head Nao and Kanna surviving this entire ordeal and like them meeting up in real life afterwards, like staying in contact and now becoming the big sister that Kanna no longer has, while still honoring her fallen big sister, of course. That would be so cute. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me. Oh. There, I clicked her nose. I clicked Reko's nose. No, not noise. Nose. Anyway. It must have gotten swapped at some point with another box the kidnappers prepared. I'm actually buying this. At least for now. I mean, this place is full of crap like that. It's true, we've seen it in the pink room. We've seen it in the red room with I mean, behind the red door. With, like, we removed the painting, the wall opened, and there was like the locker. Like, we've seen this. The place has secret passages. There was the secret room. Reko is 100% on this one. This place is full of crap like that. The kitchen was pitch black. It got swapped in the dark when she wouldn't notice. Do you have any more to say? No, that's it. No. Okay, I'll have to conflict. Let's see. Let's review. No, I'm not buying this. Technically, it could be, but... Wait, what did Nao say? Let's hit Joe's statement with Nao's. Nao said she was not angry, she was sad. Joe said he wouldn't be sad, he'd be angry. Well, I guess that's just what Miley wants, huh? Anger? These are the two opposing statements that I can see, so that's definitely it. Now, I'm a little curious. Huh? Maybe I've just got a rough disposition, but why didn't you think about looking for the culprit? I mean, it wasn't an accident. It's because of the votes that such a terrible thing happened to someone you deeply respected. Ain't it more natural to get angry? Natural, maybe. At the end of the day, people react differently. Not everyone's the same. There are places in the world also where people are more likely to react in a certain way than in other countries. It's, part of the culture can play a role into how someone will react to different situations. Not that it applies here, because they're all Japanese, but I don't think so at all. Since I knew no one's votes had any ill will. Maybe you didn't respect him? What are you? Maybe Miss Nao and Professor Mishima didn't have any bond at all. Then I could understand her mindset of not seeking out the culprit. So, oh my god. The worst part is he's making a good point, but I just refuse to believe that it's the case. Okay? He's putting discord here, he's putting doubts in every single one of us. He's putting doubts in Kyutaro, in Kanna, if she's even still listening, in Keiji, in Joe, in Reko, in Nao, Kai, Gin, Alice, who hasn't spoken a word in a while, but He and Sarah, I was looking at the portrait, so I forgot Sarah for a moment. He is just trying to put stuff in our head. So I lost trust in you. I lost trust in you since the main game started. I'm not saying that you're not making sense. I'm saying you're an asshole. A manipulative, vicious, I almost said viscous. Vicious. I'm running out of words. Yeah, manipulative and viscous, exactly. That's what you are. I don't know. No, in all seriousness, I feel like it's a fair point. Like, it could be the case. You could actually see that be a thing. Actually, a few videos ago, I talked about Circle. Circle is a movie, 2015. Circle 2015. That's the year it came out. It's not part of the title. Which is a movie where people there's 50 people around it, like assembled in a circle. If they get out of the little spot they're in, they automatically die. And every 2 minutes somebody dies, and they vote for who dies. And at one point, it's kind of a spoiler, but it's not like a big plot point. It's just a thing. There's two characters, a husband and a wife, that are together right next to each other. And how do I say that? They said, oh, they're husband and wife, and it turns out they were not. They said that to garner sympathy. No one wants to kill a husband right in front of their wife, and vice versa. So they said that to survive longer, to have an easier time surviving. It could be the case. You could say, oh, you could totally be actually two strangers, but you pretend that you're not. You pretend to know each other very well, that you are a couple or friends. Joe and Sarah could be total strangers for all we know, but they could pretend to be friends from the get-go, specifically to get people to think, oh, well, you can trust these two, since they can vouch for each other. It is totally possible. I'm not saying that this is far-fetched. It is logical. But it's the kind of thing that if you bring this up, it's like you straight up cannot trust a single person. No one can be trusted. And if you go down that path, how do you survive? Like, how? You can survive right now by making other people look bad, by accusing them, like, in a sort of shady way. It put attention to them. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm sure you get the gist of what I'm saying. It's a fair thing to say, but it's not a thing that you should be saying. You don't want everyone to start doubting each other. Nao and Mishima, if they were actually not like legitimately friendly with each other, they are the best actors I've ever seen. Well, especially now. Anyway, sorry, I know I rambled a lot. I ramble a lot every time. Let's continue. What did he say? Maybe Miss Nao and Professor Mishima didn't have any bond at all. Then I could understand her mindset of not seeking out the culprit. How awful! You're awful! Just awful! I truly did! Sarah, what do you think? I think their bond is real. I think their bond is real. Do you want to believe? Or do you want to doubt? Do you want to believe what you saw? What you felt? or what could have been. Yeah, I was trying to be deep, but that didn't work at all. I believe their bond is real. Those two seemed to have a great relationship. I can't point to some logical proof. There was just something about it. It's a lot like Sarah and Joe. Like sometimes they were talking to each other and there was some like actual banter. Like when Sarah was talking about the painting in the blue room, and Joe said he can't. Joe said he can't reach it, and Sarah said, "Oh well, at this point I'll call you Shorty. I grew up since last year," and I'm like, there was legitimate banter. Two strangers pretending to. Well, or in this case, not necessarily strangers in the case of Nao and Mishima, but even if they knew each other, two people that don't like each other cannot have the same sort of interactions. Okay, mostly the interactions were on Nao's side when there was interaction between the two, but you know, there was just something about it. You could feel it, you know? Nao being that distraught couldn't be an act. And yes, there must be some reason for the professor's disappearing head. The collar. Suppose Miss Nao didn't stick Professor Mishima in the box out of affection for him. Rather, maybe her objective was to retrieve the collar on his neck. Once again, So is making logical points that actually make sense. That someone could do. But with all the dramatic acting that is super believable on top of that, I don't know so. I don't think so. Even if I didn't know Kanna and Mishima, even if I had just gotten here, I would still think it's unlikely. But after seeing how they have behaved, the time we spent together up to this point, I do not believe it. In other words, information that Miley failed to retrieve. What if you get the collar and it gives you information on how to take yours off and everybody else's, I suppose. If it gives you information on how you could potentially remove the collar around your neck, then you would be able to do something about the death game. You would not have to obey their orders necessarily. Now, they could still come out and shoot you with guns or something like that. But the point is, they could no longer use the collar to control your actions and force you to do what they want you to do. So that would be information that would be valuable. That would be valuable information. Finding information with the collar itself, how it functions, to find out how to remove your own. You're trying to say Nao collected the collar in place of the kidnappers? Dunno. However, I should note, your friendly policeman wasn't able to investigate that collar, cause Nao was there. Well, yeah, she was grieving over him. Gin was there too, incidentally. Gin was there from the start, and he only left when Nao ran. Remember? He ran after her, and that's how he recklessly went onto the second floor and got himself trapped. He left after Nao left. He was there longer than Nao was. But I suppose if Nao had left, maybe he would have inspected the collar even if Gin was still there. I don't think he would have done that. Hey, you're being serious? Oh, what are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know anything. Please, just stop it. Then tell us, why didn't you care who the culprit was after the vote? She already said it, Joe. Because Professor Mishima was killed by the people who voted for him. No, Joe, no. He was killed by the kidnappers. Joe, don't forget that. Don't forget who killed the professor. You stop right there, Joe. Thank you, Steam. Very cool. Stop it. Don't say another word. I'm begging you. I'll talk. What? I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. Hideko, what did you do? I wasn't even thinking about you here. You're clearly trying to protect Nao, and I've seen you show a lot of care and kindness towards Nao, towards Kanna. So you're trying to protect her, but for what reason? What is there for you to say? I hope I overheard all of it. It was just before the vote. Mishima said something, quiet enough that only somebody real close could hear. Miss Nao, Miss Nao. Let us vote for each other, Miss... No! He suggested that they vote for each other, but then he voted for himself? Because he wanted to protect Nao that badly? Oh my god! Are you serious? Not like this. I'm sorry, I sound like a stupid person when I'm crying. I'm not crying, just you're crying. Shut up. Anyway. He said that? Oh, sorry. Oh, wow, it's Kyutaro talking. Oh, he said that? Yeah, I'm not doing that kind of voice acting. Thinking the vote was just a test. I'm sure Nao voted for Mishima like he asked. But Mishima voted for himself. Sir, why are you such a good man? Oh my god, but the best ones leave first, right? It's always the best ones that leave. Oh my god. To protect his student, just in case. That's why Nao didn't look for the culprit. Don't bring up any ill will crap, because it doesn't matter. I mean, a third person voted for him, but that's beside the point. His death was an accident. No. 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 Yeah. I want to wipe the tears off her face. But then I would be unable to do my own. Just kidding, I'm not crying. If I hadn't voted for him, is she blaming herself too? I'm sorry now. All this time I'd been thinking, Whoever voted for another person must have had bad intentions. I'm guessing a lot of the people here voted for themselves. Sarah did. I mean, you can vote for whoever you want, so it's not necessarily in lore, but most people had one vote. Soul had 0. I think it's pretty clear that he voted for Mishima. I know Soul said he saw Joe vote for the professor. I think that was a lie. No, I don't believe Joe is acting like he voted. Like, there's no way he voted for the professor and... Nah. Sorry, no. Actually, what So said is that he voted for Joe. He didn't say Joe voted for Mishima. He said that So said he voted for Joe, implying that Joe was one of the people that voted for Mishima. Just because I voted for myself. Like, all this time I've been thinking whoever voted for another person must have had bad intentions. Just because I voted for myself. Yeah, I was just saying. So said Joe voted. He voted for Joe. And because Joe had one vote, it implies Joe voted for someone else, most likely Mishima. But that was So's lie, I'm sure. I've seen enough lies from him that I believe he was just trying to put doubts in our head. And because of the way the conversation went, most likely it's pretty clear in Sarah's head, in lore, that So was lying. Add that to everything that he's pulled so far, and yeah, it's pretty clear. I think it's clear Joe voted for himself, and So voted for the professor. Wait, Joe, you voted for yourself? Huh? Yeah. So, didn't you tell me you voted for Joe? No way, I didn't say anything like that. So, hell no. You're not starting this. Right now, at this very moment, Sarah said, "Hey, So, didn't you say you voted for Joe?" And So is acting innocent. Now it makes Sarah look shady. So, I know what you're trying to pull. I won't let you have your way. What's this about, So? Don't worry about it, everybody. Miss Sarah asked me who I voted for, so I just told her whatever. Okay, he's not pretending. He's not pretending like Sarah made something up. He's saying like whatever he said was like random, so it was not... He's saying he wasn't trying to lie or anything like that. He just said whatever. She's so diligent. She must have taken it seriously. Of course, you moron! It mattered! Like, even if you were not lying, of course she would take it seriously. Who wouldn't? This guy. He's a huge liar. So, ultimately, are we just going to ignore the missing head? That's still a big mystery, but seems like Nao did nothing wrong, least. Maybe Reiko had the right idea and it got swapped out at some point. Just discussing it's pointless, Woof. Let's talk about that gorilla next, meow. For real? You okay ignoring it, Sarah? I don't think that the disappearing head necessarily matters. I'm curious about it for now's sake, but I don't know if she cares. Like, she cares about the head, but we can assume it got retrieved by the kidnappers. Now, as for what they do with the corpse of the dead, we don't know, but that's beside the point. Let's go to the next topic. I'm curious, but see, the thing is, I wonder if it's not the first time I'm presented with this kind of choice, whether to keep going on the topic that we don't have full answers on, or to move to another topic. It's not the first time we're presented with that choice, and it makes me wonder if you keep on to the same topic, you will get more answers or more insight, but it will make you miss out on more information on a topic that we'll not have time to discuss. Because Miley said, like, 70 minutes or something for the preliminary discussion. So I'm thinking maybe not of real time, but in lore. It would mean that maybe we won't be able to talk about everything, so... At the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily matter if Nao specifically voiced her willingness to find out more. I would go with this. But she did not necessarily voice that she wants to know absolutely or anything like that. Let's go to the next topic. Oh? Sorry, that was bad manners. Hey guys, you're never going to solve anything like this. But I think it's wonderful you can trust each other this much after just meeting, But, well, bad people always feign innocence. So do good people. What is this logic, so? It's like that stupid thing when people say, oh, the more you deny, the more you have something to hide. No, the more I deny, it's because you keep pressing me about it. You idiot. It frustrates me so much. This mentality is so frustrating. If people press you about something and keep insisting that you're lying about it, of course I'm gonna get annoyed and irritated and deny, like, with more intensity, because duh. I'm going through all the emotions in this episode. I've been not crying TM, and been angry, and well, that's about it. But still, that's two very opposite emotions. I didn't cry, but I was sad. Alright. Bad people always feign innocence. You trying to say Nao is a bad person? I just remembered something. That Miss Nao is the one who attacked me. Weren't you hit on the back of the head? Which would imply that you didn't see who did it. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I could be wrong about that one. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. But I could have sworn it was the back of the head, meaning you were assaulted from behind. So unless you were looking at the mirror, you wouldn't see who attacked you. Maybe you saw her hair. Like, her hair is so big. not like voluptuous. What? That was a close one. If I had to... How would you just casually forget this, so? Nah, I'm not believing you. Besides... Actually, when was she knocked out? Anyway, I want to disprove it right now. Because, Nao was stuck in the kitchen for a long time. When was So knocked out, and when was she, like, freed? And when was it exactly that So was knocked out? Okay, I admit the timeline the timeline is a little blurry in my head. Yeah, I'm not sure. But how do you casually remember that? You'd think it would be something you don't forget. That's why it's shady. Is this true or a lie? You shut your mouth. Don't get in the way, Sarah. He is no longer the friendly man I knew. The timid man, friendly man that I could see myself hang out with IRL. I literally said that. He's no longer that guy. No. No, look at him. He is still tiny and frail. But my God, you are a sniveling, manipulating... I'm out of synonyms. Jerk. There we go. Don't get in the way, Sarah. I'll hear out anything, Miss Now. Now's your only chance to tell the truth. If we're going to argue until one of us loses trust, I'll have to do my best too. Ereko had Nao's back. Well, now you have my back too. To be fair, she always had my back, but that's beside the point. Tell me, do you have... Wait, what was he saying? If we're going to argue until one of us loses trust, I'll have to do my best too. Tell me, do you have that courage? She's still in shock. Can I talk in her place? No, better yet, let Ereko talk in her place. She's gonna use strong language to shut him down. Now, do you remember what Kyutaro said? In the last episode, I said that the reason Kyutaro was not voting, but suggesting Kanna, Gin, and Nao as vote targets for the preliminary vote. I said the reason he's doing that is because he wants people to prove that they have a reason to live for. Something along those lines. He wanted to push them to fight for their survival. And that's why I could not bring myself to hate him. Despite putting down the people that have suffered the biggest trauma here so far. And Gin has managed to prove his worth. Nao has partially managed to do the same, but now she is being verbally assaulted. Is that a way I can put that? He now has half proven her worth, kind of, by defending herself. And now So is specifically going straight at her with a harpoon. He is attacking her. Does she still have the strength to defend herself, to fight? By herself? What do you mean now? What the hell is that? What is this? I wanted to have a crazy reaction, but instead it was super cringe. Like I didn't know what to say. I straight up didn't know, like, what do you mean now? This entire time I defended you, and I'm sure everything you did was from the bottom of your heart. You were like your pain, your sadness, it was all very real. So for what tell me a good reason. Because if you actually did it, I need to know the reason. And it's not a high bar. I'm not going to judge you too harshly. If your reason is, oh, I just don't like the color of his hair, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's fine, it's fine. You're forgiven. Okay, no, but seriously, what happened here? Now, like, no jokes here. What the heck? Why? Because at the end of the day, I wasn't suspecting so of anything, but I was like, at the end of the day, he's still a victim, right, of that. So what happened? You're joking, right? Why now? I was threatened. But by who? Kai. What? Okay. So far, everything made sense. This better be explained in a very clear way. Because if it's not explained, I will be very confused. It's like, this sounds like a plot twist that was added specifically for the sake of it being a plot twist. So, tell me the reason. It better be a logical one. Kai, are you going to deny? Kai threatened me to strike So in the head. Kai, don't pull again. Don't be quiet. Kai threatened me to strike So in the head. After the body collection announcement, I ran with the box to the cafeteria, where suddenly Kai pulled me by the hand and pushed me into the kitchen. Oh. Like while she was carrying the box and running away? Okay, I know, I remember actually. It's not like we ran after now, like right away. We didn't run after her right away. It took a little bit of conversation between the characters. Like, Gin was saying, oh, Gin, you stay here. And he said, no, I want to go after her. Like, there was a bit of conversation. So we didn't go after her. So there was time for this to happen. Okay. Remain quiet. If you hide here, you won't be found. Okay. Kai protected me. Protected? What, from you being found? Well, she wanted to be alone with the professor. So he, quote-unquote, protected you because you didn't want to be found, no? You just wanted to be alone with the professor. So he protected you in that sense. Quote-unquote protected. It's not like we were trying to do a bad thing to you. It's just, she wanted the head. She thought we were going to take the head out of her hands. It's quite admirable of you to stand up to the kidnappers, Miss Nao. Please, don't tell anyone about this. Once Kai knew the situation, he made me a proposal. I realized I haven't taken a proper, breath. Sorry, I haven't taken a proper breath in a while, so I need a few moments. He made me a proposal. Well then, Miss Now, would you indulge a request of mine? What kind of request? That is enough. Don't be a wet blanket. We were just getting to the good part. I am astonished you would tell such a lie, Miss Now. Look, I've gotten so used to her telling the truth because I didn't even consider that she could be making this up. The thing is, I don't think she is making this up. I trust that she is telling the truth. But it's because I like her so much. I just don't think it's not a lie. Kai, you deny threatening her? Indeed. If she had been threatened, she will surely tell all at the start. For Miss Now has no reason to defend me. It is quite different from when Alice stood up for Miss Ereko. Huh. Alice had a reason to defend Ereko. Sort of. Ereko is crazy angry at Alice for what happened in their backstory. But actually, it's funny because Alice said, he kept saying like, no, unlike me, Ereko is a good person. And she keeps berating him and he's like, I deserve everything. I'm like, I feel like Ereko is being too harsh on him. I feel like Alice is just... I said that about Keiji as a few episodes ago. I feel like people keep being mean to Keiji. It happened with Gin, it happened with Kanna, it happened with Nao. I feel like Keiji has gotten the short end of the stick despite all the efforts that he pulled to help the group in general. And people were often mean to him. Like Joe as well, come to think of it, openly distrusted him and secretly distrusted him as well. And I'm like, yeah, Alice has... I mean, to be fair, he didn't help himself. He is being a bit antagonistic, a little, but you know what I mean? I feel like he was berating himself a lot, and she was berating him while he had nothing but praise for her. So, So yeah, it would be quite different from when Alice stood up for Ereko. Sorry, I went on a tangent again. Awful, you're awful, Kai. It's this again. The discussion is stuck in equilibrium, failing to come to an agreement. Miss Now, you are attempting to drag in as many others as you can. You're wrong! I cannot entertain those lies. I couldn't open the kitchen. She could not open the kitchen. Oh, but then they said it was open in the first place. I cannot entertain these lies. I could not... Oh, sorry. I could not open the kitchen. Firm. Like Nao says, she couldn't open the door to the kitchen. And neither could I. In fact, the kitchen key was beyond the iron bars on the second floor, yes? I did not go to the second floor. How do you explain the key's presence there? Could the door have been picked open? Maybe Alice can pick open like locks because he was a prison. Well, he's a murderer. We don't know anything about the murder, but maybe he's done other bad stuff in his life, like, you know, theft. he would have learned how to lockpick, but that would be another person dragged into this. I don't know. Could the door have... The key was thrown from the first floor to the second floor. Well, I presume Kai is saying the top thing. Yeah, Kai would not speak with an exclamation point, so it's now saying the key was thrown from the first floor to the second floor. Yeah, I don't think so. It was beyond the bars, so like... Could the doors have been picked open? Yes, they could have. The key was thrown from the first floor to the second floor. Deny. I want to affirm what Kai is saying about the door having been picked open, but I also want to deny now saying that the key was thrown from the first floor to the second. I'm gonna go with that one, but... Throwing a key? What if it hit someone? I mean, it would... I don't think that's the main issue here, Sarah. Is that the issue? My diligence is betraying me. Oh my god. Could the door have been picked open? It could have. It certainly could with your... Wait, Kai? I didn't even consider that he could be able to lockpick. He never mentioned anything about that, did he? He said he is a homemaker. Wait, homemaker? Is it someone that makes houses? Like, interacts with the building? But even... Maybe? I always thought it was more like... Well, he presented himself as a quote-unquote house husband, or like akin to a house husband. It sounded more like someone that just worked, that just does home things, like a maid, or well, a manservant in this case. I think that's the male version. Not like a not like someone that makes houses, that knows how to lockpick and stuff like that. With your own lockpicking skills, Kai. My proficiency is cooking. Do you have proof I can pick a lock? I don't. So they were both wrong? What do you mean? Could the door have been picked open? No. Inconceivable. Kai, can you pick a lock? I cannot, so it would be impossible. I failed. Big fail. I couldn't open the kitchen. Like Now says, she couldn't open the door to the kitchen. And neither could I. In fact, the kitchen key was beyond the iron bars on the second floor, yes? It did not go to the second floor. How do you explain the key's presence there? So you are telling me that the entire time, the correct answer was to affirm that the key was thrown from the first floor to the second floor? All the way from the bottom of the first floor to not only the second floor, but also beyond the iron bars? I mean, that would explain why it was beyond the iron bars if no one had been there. But thrown from the first floor? That is the... I never would have imagined. That's it. There were iron bars just up the stairs from the first floor. The key was thrown through the gaps. Is that so? I understand. However, supposing I guided Miss Now to the kitchen, do you believe I could threaten her? Freeze? I would need a weakness to threaten with. It's strange to protect me out of goodwill. I would need a weakness to threaten with. Affirm. I believe that makes sense. He would have the knife. I think he has the knife. That is the weakness to threaten with. Exactly. If you took advantage of her weakness, oh, okay, weakness as in threatening to tell the others about where Nao is, knowing that she would fear that people take the head off of her. Okay, maybe I was thinking too deep. Would Miss Nao hit a person with all her might just because of that? I need a little more proof. So that was incorrect. It's strange to protect me out of goodwill. I don't think it is, but I think it's strange for him to do so, because he did not specifically show much care for the people so far. Like, he thanked Sarah for the thing with the Russian roulette. He thanked her for, you know, stepping up and doing it well. But, like, beyond that, he didn't specifically show care. But at the same time, he did hit Miley, like, really hard, showing he was angry about one of the prisoners, quote unquote, being killed like that. He was angry. He hit Miley. Like, he's not... I don't... It's strange to protect me out of goodwill. If she wasn't threatened, why would Nao hit Soul? I would love to know that myself. Ugh, no good. Are you kidding me? So I have to deny that it's strange to protect her out of goodwill? Or deny that he would need a weakness to threaten with? Due to her state of mind, maybe he doesn't need a weakness to threaten with. No, if you... Are you kidding me? That's what I was saying in the first place. Oh my god. That is a weakness. Well, if you're thinking about it from a different angle. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. If you had the kitchen knife, you would be able to threaten her. Then let us suppose I could indeed. Why would I have Miss Nao attack So? Well, that is the thing we need to discuss. Game. Steam. There is no point in using Miss Nao. He must have had it out for So. Why would he have it out for So? Like, specifically him. Well, the laptop was taken, but anyone could have taken it. Even the bad guys could have taken it. From like a trapdoor in the secret room. There is no point in using Miss Nao. Well, I wonder though. Why would he ask Nao to hit So? Could he not do it himself? Like, he doesn't strike me as a fighter, someone physically aggressive. But could he not do it himself? Like, if I were to pick between Kai and So in a fight, I'm sorry, but I pick Kai. So is not a fighter. So is a weakling. Like, physically, I mean. No offense, So I'm also a weakling physically. There is no point in using Miss Nao. He must have had it out for So. I mean, this is the one that seems the most logical, but for what reason? That's that. Aside for the laptop, which could be it, but maybe there was some conflict between Kai and So. We need a conversation right now. We need to make the new conversation topic Like, why did Kai get Nao to attack So? Probably to get the laptop, meaning what is on the laptop, which is what we were trying to figure out in the first place. And why would Kai care? That is my assumption, because, I mean, that's the whole purpose, right? He was knocked out and the laptop was gone. So was working on the laptop and people knew. Like, it was mentioned that KG visited there and whatnot. So, like, people knew. So, like, that's the only reason I see. But there is nothing. I can't prove it. Damn it, I failed again. Okay, so you cannot get a game over here, but if you fail too many times, it sends you back to the beginning. Okay. Couldn't open the kitchen. Affirm. The key was thrown from the first floor to the second floor. You don't need a weakness to threaten with. Because you had a weakness! Okay, fine. You can't call a weapon a weakness, but it sounded like... Anyway. He must have had it out for So. It's not that. There's no point in using Miss Nao. There is a point in using Nao? What is the point of using her, like specifically her, and not doing it yourself? I feel like that, it sounds like that would be the one, but why? Wrong! You had Nao do it because there was a chance So would see your face. So, okay, I mean, okay, fine, sure, but... And that is why I am being suspected now. If I had done it, I would surely be most prudent and not let my face be seen. Is he just saying that in hindsight? So that is not the right answer. So it's one of these two. He would not have had it out for So? What? Oh, it would go back to the laptop theory. He didn't have it out for So. He just wanted the laptop, meaning he had to have So distracted, or in this case knocked out, to get... Yeah, that sounds logical. I mean, that makes sense, but... There wasn't anything deep enough for resentment, which meant he had an objective not tied to So. If you insist that's the case, what objective could I have had? So that was the answer? To steal something, perhaps? To destroy our trust in our allies? Okay, the laptop theory seems to be it. To steal something, affirm. So you admit it, Kai. Oh, what are you referring to? Even So could answer that. Kai, you wanted to steal the laptop So had. So that's it. Just got Nao to do it because you didn't want your face to be seen and that's it? So she just happened to get caught in the middle of... in the moment. And her panic was not necessarily related. It just happened to be the one person, and she wanted to... He wanted to offer her a safe place to be away from people in exchange for a service. Sure. Kai, what is going on here? Please explain. I remember now. Kai said he would defend me on the condition that he received the laptop. You remember now? Now you remember? Now you remember. Now you remember? Now, come on. I don't want to be angry at you, but come on. You just casually remember that. It's kind of like the soul thing earlier. Oh, I just remembered. You know, something. You ought to remember the important part first. She lost herself enough to knock a dude out. Of course her memory's gonna be fuzzy. Alright, fine. Sure. Deco, sure. I'm sorry, but now I remember it clearly. Do you understand, Miss Now? Oh God, what the hell? Please retrieve the laptop from So in the hidden room. I can't. If he sees me, he'll call for Sarah. And Now does not want Sarah to know that she would do something like this. Because Sarah is the person she trusts the most, aside of the people that are still alive. That's what I think. She has been very receptive to Sarah, I noticed. So Kanna as well, initially, up until the lie happened, or at least up until the lie was exposed. So Kanna's trust in Sarah was shattered. But now, then you may borrow my frying pan. Oh, that makes sense. If I had thought about that, what kind of object would have been used to knock So out? If I had pondered that, Kai would make so much sense. The frying pan. Kai would have made so much sense, actually. Approach from behind. Understand? Do not worry. Your strength is such that even a forceful whack with this will not kill. But if you refuse, I will hand this key to someone else. That's... Please, Miss Now, I am not the only one who will be in trouble if I do not get that laptop. Really now? Kai? I want to know the contents. And he'll be like, yeah, once you figure out the password, haha, good luck. Yeah. Miss Sarah will be as what? But okay, so you say you want to protect Sarah by having the laptop not be seen, but you say that Sarah will be in trouble if the laptop... It's like you literally just said Sarah has something shady about her. What the hell, Kai? If you're trying to protect her by not having anyone see the contents of the laptop, don't say this sentence right here. It's like if you commit theft with your friend and you get caught. Only you get caught, your friend get away, and you're like, oh, I don't want to say who stole the thing with me, because my friend would be in trouble if I said like, come on, Kai, use your brain. What the hell is that? Sarah? But that was all a lie, wasn't it? Kai didn't keep his promise. Kai must be the one who took the professor away. So I understand. Now they initially went to the kitchen. She left the professor there and committed the deed. And when she came back, the box was still there, but the professor was no longer inside it. So in that meantime, did Kai take the head? Could be the bad guys as well, in the same way that I mentioned the thing about the heart-shaped vent, someone coming in, a human coming in to take the place of the dolls. I mean, something like that could have happened in the kitchen, minus the mist. Kai must be the one who took the professor away. might not necessarily be a lie, actually. Huh? The laptop is password locked. Considering that, why do you think Kai would be so serious about taking it? Because the password was easy to guess? I thought So tried a bunch of random passwords. I mean, among the choices there was like anniversaries, there was people names. Could he have tried the names of the people involved, like Sarah's name, Joe's name, and so on? Maybe he had a way to bypass it. Maybe if he knows about the laptop in the first place, that definitely could be it. He needed the laptop battery. That sounds far-fetched. I'm gonna try this one first, but I think it could be this one as well. What a stupid explanation. Yeah, thanks, asshole. But it's actually the correct one. Okay, how do you know? How do you specific? You found it! You found the password! That's the only reason he would say this line right here. The password was easily guessable. Wait, if you know that, you unlocked it? Of course! Okay, Mr. Super Hacker over here. Oh, look at the song. Oh my god. What, didn't you say you couldn't see anything? Yeah, but that was a lie. I mean, yeah, duh. Watch your back, So. If you survive this, watch your back. Sorry about that. So anyway, another lie. See, the password was Chidoin. With the dot, obviously. Really? Okay, 2 questions. Why is the laptop directly associated to Sarah? And whatever the contents are in it, because it sounds like something troublesome. And also, why did Kai know about it? Oh my god. Like, I have no guesses. I mean, okay, I could make guesses, but it's reaching. So I don't have a logical guess. It's Chidoin? What a bizarre lie. Sorry to say, but it's true. I tried typing in everyone's names, and my last attempt was trustworthy Miss Sarah's last name, Chidoin. Imagine my shock. The worst part in this is I'm almost believing him. Like, I'm not straight up calling him, like, I'm not straight up calling that this is a lie. I've never seen that laptop in my life. Of course, I know this isn't your laptop, Miss Sarah. So it's Kai's laptop. It's Kai's, isn't it? You read the emails? So you admit it. What in the world is this? I wanted to read them all. If only Miss Now hadn't walked me. Ugh. Like I was saying, So was a victim in that, you know, the assault in question. But... okay, this is like a plot twist on top of a plot twist. On top of a plot twist. What the hell, game? Okay, you are going too far. You're going too far. See, a while back, I said I have not played Danganronpa. I've seen a playthrough of the first 2 Danganronpa games. It's been years now. I remember a fair bit, but not like everything. And they pulled that kind of thing all the time. It felt tiring after a while. Not tiring in a bad way, but like emotionally tiring. Because it's always, when there's always a surprise, it's like, okay, you're trying to 4D chess your brain into comprehending everything that's going on. And that's like, this is going too far. We thought it was simple enough. Figure out one thing, figure out another thing. But then these 2 things that we have to figure out, there's like 5 different branches in each, and there's branches on top of those branches, and there's extra stuff and new things added on top, and I'm like, can we keep it simple, stupid? Please. Alright. But I'm following. Obviously playing the game myself. I'm following a lot easier than I would if, in the case of Danganronpa, I was confused. Maybe it's because I was not actually playing the game myself that it was more confusing. Like, if I was watching a playthrough of Your Turn to Die, I would probably be, like, a bit lost here, right? But I'm following. Well now, what did they say? The emails. Alright, what's up with the emails? I remember them well. As planned, 17 people have been secured. That's what it said. What? That's it? 17. I thought there were 20 people in this in our midst before the people that died in the first trial. So some... Okay, that would explain, like, Joe ended up getting caught in the crossfire when they kidnapped Sarah. They got Joe at the same time. Maybe it was the same situation with... I don't know, just a guess. Among the emails on Kai's laptop was one saying, as planned, 17 people have been secured. I was able to read 4 emails, all of them sent from Kai to some other person. Though all the addresses were different, nonsense addresses that seemed like codes. I'm guessing that was a security measure to hide who they were being sent to. Wait, no. What am I talking about? Kai is one of the kidnappers. He was a stalker. He was stalking Sarah, assuming Sarah was right about that the entire time. He sent information to the bad guys saying, oh, we have 17 people secured. He's with them? But with the way he whacked Miley, that alone is making me doubt that he's with the bad guys. So I don't know, I was reaching. I'll recount them starting from the oldest, okay? So remember, so earlier you said, oh, I just remembered. Now hit me. But as far as the emails are concerned, you remember them perfectly, don't you? How convenient. Are you making them up? I think if he was making the content up, Kai would argue it. Probably. I'll recount them starting from the oldest, okay? As planned, 17 people have been secured. Just in case, is there no error in the date of the death game? Everything is proceeding smoothly. I feel a deep affection for Miss Sarah as well. I will certainly protect her. Protect? I am prepared to offer myself up for the Chidoans. It's about time. If any harm comes to Sarah Chidoan, I will stand against you, against even you as an enemy. So he was the stalker. He was trying to protect her. So he was with the bad guys, but he was trying to prevent her being captured. I don't know. I'm a bit lost. If Kai sent this message to someone, he says like, "I will protect Sarah. If any harm happens to her, I will be your enemy." Like, he's trying to protect her. As for why, who knows? We'll find out probably, but he's clearly with the either with the bad guys, or maybe he was like a mole or something. A mole, like a like someone that infiltrated a group to get information, but actually working for someone else. You know, that's what a mole is in this context. My brain is starting to become mush. Okay, I'm starting to lose it. Miss Sarah is looking forward to the games. Surely her friend would also take part. What? What do you mean? So Sarah... Well, no, wait a second. Are you suggesting that Sarah was into it from the start? First of all, there's no way, because she can literally die. There is no way Sarah is involved as being part of the bad guys. What do you mean she is looking forward to the games? She knew nothing from the get-go. There's no way the main character is lying to the player or to Joe, or maybe... What if from the start Sarah was working with the bad guys, which I don't believe, but what if, and the intended target from the start was actually Joe? No. The wording here doesn't make sense. The wording is... Because if Kai says Sarah is looking forward to it... Okay, so he says that Sarah is with the bad guys, but then he seems to suggest that maybe her friend, implying Joe, would also take part. So Joe was not the initial... He got caught in the crossfire. He was not the initial target. Like the wording implies that they were expecting to get him, but they were not intending to get him specifically. He was not the target. And that's what they said. Look, I'm lost. So... And once again, the worst part is I don't think he's lying about this. It's too intricate. Also, Kai would argue. See, earlier when Nao called Kai... when Nao denied that Kai threatened her... I don't remember exactly what she said, but Nao said something, and Kai said that she was lying. If someone lies about Kai's actions, he will call it out. He will say, "Why are you lying, Miss Nao?" Or "So, why are you lying, so?" Like, he would say it. He would call it out. He has not done that so far. So So is telling the truth, and this is I'm lost. I'm lost. I need a break. I need a break, but I don't want to end the recording like in the middle of a conversation. And that's what they said. What in the world? That game? Well, this. You gotta be shitting me. Clearly he's talking about this. Well, yeah. Kai, this has gotta be wrong, right? You can't be with the kidnappers, yeah? Well, now, we're the aproned... Oh, aproned, as in apron, but verb form. Were the aproned scoundrel and Sarah Chidoin acquainted? Oh, so, okay, he's talking about Kai. Were Kai and Sarah Chidoin acquainted? The aproned scoundrel. That is good. That's very good. Took me a bit to understand what he was saying there. Were they acquainted? I wouldn't say acquainted. He was just stalking me and I was losing my mind and losing sleep over it. You could say we were quote-unquote acquainted. Kai is the man who stalked me. Well, now I'm no longer doubting it. I was actually doubting it before, but... You don't think the friend is Joe? Me? I think it's you, Joe. He got caught into this. He was never the target, but he got captured. And despite all this, he is not blaming Sarah. Well, so far. Who knows, maybe his tune will change here. I doubt it, but you never know. I inferred that much myself. Yeah, I think we can all assume it means Joe. It's a fact that Kai knew about this death game. He's with the kidnappers. Really? And more terrifying yet, Miss Sarah and Joe are with them too. No! Hell no! No. Can I jump off my seat and just run up to So and punch him? How dare you! Okay, So has non-stop be going at it, trying to attack everybody else. I used to have respect for this guy. Can you believe it? How the tables have turned. So I will learn to become a great artist, just for the purpose of illustrating images and pictures of you getting your face punched in. How dare you? How dare you say that? If we were with the kidnappers, obviously we wouldn't do that dangerous trial. We can't even trust the contents of those emails to start with. What if So is just making it up as he goes? Once again, I think Kai would have stepped up and said he's lying, but... if So's opinion catches on like this, we'll be in danger. Miss Sarah and Joe are with the kidnappers too. You can't gather as much from the emails. Okay, but... see? That's it? Alright. Stupid... God... ass... Sorry. 5 people are nominated. Okay. It's not that. A note with names. If we had the torn paper that Gin had, the one that said, like, you know, Sarah is a high school student, I think. Not the one that said murderer, the other one. Yeah, that makes sense. If we show that, But it's a different torn paper. It's the one that Gin had. This one is different. It specifically said... I can't show my card, can I? If I show my card, does that mean it proves that I am that we are like actual participants who can die anytime like everybody else? If I show my Keymaster, I think we are still not allowed to show it or else we die. But I don't know, maybe at this point we are allowed? No, we are not allowed. Or else we would just show it to each other and we would know who not to vote for. Like, there would be no point. So I don't think this is allowed. 5 people are nominated by preliminary the vote. In the final vote, 1 victim must be chosen. This is not it. Alright, this is the one I think. If we assume that Gin's piece is like included here, then maybe. Alright, I've got no real comment for you, Miss Sarah. Alright, I had to try. Okay, first of all, okay, wait a second. If we were with the kidnappers, obviously we wouldn't do that dangerous trial. We can't even trust the contents of those emails to start with. Is there a way to just ask Kai? What if So is just making it up as he goes? Hi! I need to know. Why aren't you confirming yourself whether he is telling... At least you would talk if he was lying, right? But you need to disprove Joe. I can't think anymore. My brain is dead. But I cannot leave it in the middle of something. I refuse. And I don't see how the two statements oppose each other either. "17 people. The date. Feel a deep affection for Miss Sarah." That's Kai speaking. He's trying to protect her. Okay, well, I have to try this, but I don't see. So you won't admit it. Obviously, we nearly died in the first trial too. Oh, no, yes, talk to us. Yes, that's right, something that terrifying. There's no point in doing it yourself, is there? Did you really do the trial? You can't prove it, can you? The red key, which was supposed to be green. Yes! We put the key inside the box! The key! The key, the key, the key, the key! We had to open the box that Kyutaro brought from his first trial. We put a key in it. There were 3 keys. It was the one from Sarah and Joe, the one from Nao and Professor Mishima, and the one with Kanna and her sister. The 3 keys. We did the trial. We did the trial. We did it. You cannot prove yourself either. Like, you probably could tell that I was getting fired up there for a moment. You cannot prove yourself either. Though, if we had the laptop here, your lies would be exposed as well. Oh, now you claim that he's lying. Oh my god. Even after your threat was exposed, you're still staying stubborn, eh? For argument's sake, I might accept Kai's a bad guy, but I can't get those two being our enemies. Eh? Back in Russian roulette, it was Sarah and Joe being there that got us through safe. Okay, everyone can vouch for us. At least for Sarah. At least most people can. Big Sis Sarah got me out of the cage, meow. You look weak, but you look weak, but you're real cheeky, woof. He's talking about So. Well, it was Sarah and KG, but you look weak, but you're real cheeky, woof. Oh, hold on a second. That isn't what... The tables are turning, So. Thank goodness. Just making sure here, but you didn't read the emails wrong, did you? Huh? Yeah, same reaction here. Huh? How strange. What's the matter, everybody? Think calmly now. Oh, seeing him a little concerned about his situation fills me with glee. I'm all sweaty. Oh my god. I need to end the recording and get my fan to blow on me. It's just when I'm recording, I have my fan blowing on me, but like I have an AC that is super loud, so I don't use it while recording. But while I'm recording, I close my door because there's noise elsewhere a lot. So I close my door so it gets really hot. Normally it's fine, but look at this recording time, 1 hour and 52 minutes. Yeah, that long with the room getting what's the word in English? The room getting suffocating a little bit without my AC. Like, yeah, it's starting to get difficult, I admit. What's the matter, everybody? Think calmly now. It's difficult to do the k in a row like that. Think calmly now. Look, Kai and Nao's actions were proven. Nao hit me, made a big bump even. Doubting me now. It's illogical. So, I was defending you. Initially, I said, you are a victim here because he got attacked. He was a victim. But being a victim does not mean that you cannot victimize other people yourself. You did this. You are a victim about one thing. But now, in return, not related to that, most likely, but you are making a victim out of many other people. You are pointing fingers. It's like, bro, you're taking it out on the rest of us. It's probably not related but to him getting attacked by Nao, but also it just occurred to me that entire time, if the laptop had never been found, or if Kai asked to use it to help him work on the thing and, oh no, he smashed it on the ground or something, none of this would have happened. Right? This is the source of everything. Well, not everything, but I mean a lot of the things that have happened. This is just weird. Why does everybody believe Miss Sarah? So, your facial expression is not phasing me anymore. Now, you cannot puppy eyes me, so... How pitiful. It seems the difference in trust between you is the difference between heaven and earth. Thank you, Alice. What the hell? So must be like, what, even you? Open your eyes, everybody. So, you are manipulating pretty hard here. For what purpose other than to save your own skin? But why? You didn't need to save your own skin in the first place. That entire time, you were a decent dude. You were contributing. You were trying to help. You were trying to help with the laptop so people could tell you were contributing. No one had any issue with you up to that point, but then you started, you put, what's the word? You put seeds of deception in people. You said, oh, I saw Joe vote for the professor. No, sorry, the other way around. I voted for Joe with the implication that Joe voted for the professor to put seeds of deception in Sarah's head. That's like the only thing I remember. So I don't think I saw anything else that was like super obvious, like him trying to mess with people, to make them believe something else. But now it happens again and again. Why is he so actively trying to turn people on Sarah? Now, obviously, he doesn't know that Sarah is the Keymaster, because if he's trying to get Sarah to die, he doesn't know he's gonna die like everybody else if Sarah dies. So he doesn't know she's the Keymaster, but he is targeting her for a reason or another. What reason, I could not tell. Or maybe he legitimately believes that Sarah is evil, manipulative, with the bad guy. Maybe he legitimately believes that, and he's trying to manipulate, not with the intent of, not because he's evil, quote unquote, but just because he's trying to help others see the evil that Sarah is, even though he is mistaken. I'm reaching. I keep reaching, but that makes sense in my head, okay? Like, I mean, I look at his facial expression here, and I'm like, I feel like he's trying his best. I don't... Why am I trying to defend him? Like, I'm trying, because initially, it's like Joe said when he helped Alice out of his ties. What's the word? He untied him, okay? And he was saying, I don't want to doubt people anymore. I want to believe in everyone. When people start to believe in each other, we can work things out. But when, like, even someone that lies, that did something bad, could make up for it. Like Kai, if he did indeed work for the bad guys, but he legitimately tried to do a good thing. Okay, well, I mean, he kind of lost me again when he forced now. Well, I don't know. Sorry, I know I'm rambling a lot. That's why we're 2 hours in. That's the only reason I keep rambling for like 5 minutes. Not 5, but usually 2-3 minutes. All the time, but Maybe So just legitimately believes that he is trying to do the right thing, even if it's through shady means. Because I've seen that in plenty of media. In fact, it's a trope that I like. Like, well, okay, I play Final Fantasy XIV, and without spoiling anything, there is a character that people generally don't like that much. There's a character I like a lot, and the character in question is someone doing terrible, terrible things, but with a good intent, even though they know that they are doing terrible things in the process. Because they are trying to help people that the person cares about, knowing full well that it's destroying other people in the process. Doing a good thing for the people you love, knowing that you're hurting the people that you don't know. Something along those lines. I like that, let's say, archetype of character because it is such a morally gray situation. Do you want to save the people you love? Do you want to sacrifice the people you love to save the people you don't know? Which life is worth more? It's, morally gray, right? One choice could be right or wrong, but is it truly right or wrong? No, it's like there's worth in both. People will die and people will be saved either way. I think this is a beautifully complex thing. And I like that. What if So is experiencing this right now? And I can't believe I'm trying to help you. I can't believe I'm trying to find a way to vouch for you just because I liked you back then. Anyway, moving on. Sorry. I know I went on for a long time. I'm telling you what's right. See, he feels sincere with his words. That's the thing I don't understand. That I'm trying to suggest that maybe he feels that he's right. Maybe he legitimately thinks Sarah is evil and conniving. His wording makes it feel that way. Am I just weird about that? I feel like his wording makes sense. Anyway, sorry, moving on. Sorry. I swear, if I stopped rambling, my videos would be half the length. Maybe that's why nobody watches. No, that's not why nobody watches. Corner him. Offer a helping hand? See, I would pick corner him if not for the last 5 minutes, where his words and his facial expression kept making me think that he's sincere. That's the worst part of this. The last few minutes made me rethink my hate for him. And now you are offered the chance to offer him a helping hand. So maybe I am being validated here. Maybe I was deducing correctly. I would have picked corner him, but now... So even your words can't be fully denied, I don't think. Myself, I have no connections to the kidnappers. However, I'm also questioning who Kai really is. So, it's thanks to you that became evident. What do you mean, thanks to me? Kai, Sarah's stalker. What? Enough. That... What? If you saw me right now, I have like my arms spread open wide with my hands, like my fingers shaking, like you're trying to claw at him. Like, what is this? Amazing, Miss Sarah. You're a prodigy at seizing people's hearts. I'm full the rest of you, the riffraff. Don't you value your lives? Don't you doubt when others are kind? Do you not even have brains to think for yourselves? I kinda spit a little bit there. Death is just a matter of time for you. That's the way weaklings live. What the hell's happened to you? I've given up on all you incompetents. Worthless, every one of you! The loner snapped, meow. I'm scared, Wolf. I can't count on any of you anymore. Miss Sarah, let's talk it out ourselves. This is the fastest way. Yeah, progress! You don't say progress! Kai is... Oh, it's timed. Okay, Kai is with the kidnappers. He even asked the date of the date that came via email. And Miss Sarah's in on it too. No, I'm not. Hold on. You're wrong. Where's your proof that I'm definitely with them? Nice art, by the way. It's the last compliment you ever get from me, so... I think it can be inferred from the emails. So that's all it is? A conjecture. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it. I see. All the emails were sent to a single person. According to the emails, Kai seemed to love Miss Sarah. I sense a strange devotion to the Chiduins too. What here is refutable? Kai seemed to love Miss Sarah. He did say he has a deep affection in one of the... Oh my god. No, not the same. It said it were all sent to different addresses. Yeah, I remember that the last moment. So, earlier you said that they were all sent to different email addresses. What about it? That means saying they all went to one person is just your own assumption. I'm pretty confident in it myself, though I suppose there's no proof. Well, I'm just claiming it. Likely someone from the Chiduins is involved in this, but to Kai, they're not as important as Miss Sarah. Aren't those three getting more and more dubious? Cannot refute that. Aren't those three getting more and more dubious? I'm not sure. I understand how Kai is suspicious. Even suspicion of me is inevitable, but... Look at Joe. Look at stupid face Joe. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his facial expression. Can you distrust that face? Suspecting the three of us as a group isn't right. You're just presenting this in a manipulative way. Geez, that's a sharp remark. Well, I'll say it like this for you. Come on. I hadn't even imagined Joe would be involved too. Her friends will also take part in the games. Scary stuff. It said something like that, but that means Kai kidnapped him alongside Sarah. After all, Miss Sarah is looking forward to them. That's the part that bugged me right there. That part legitimately bugged me. But maybe it's referring to something else, like video games or sports. Sarah, no. I picked wrong. You could list endless possibilities. The word "that game" is used at the start. It's normal to think it's that, isn't it? But... What is it? That was a failure. 17 secured. Add 3 and it matches the list in the bar. Taking the laptop by force tells the whole story, huh? After all this, do you still deny any relation to Kai? What do you mean add 3? Oh yeah, add the 3 of us. Sarah, Joe, and Kai. Damn it. That is unrefutable. Taking the laptop by force. This? After all this, I don't even remember what it is. After all this, do you still deny any relation to Kai? Of course I will! Isn't this all conjecture anyway? What's that? You provide some proof too, so? Prove those emails were there. Funny you say that after you guys stole it. So unfortunately, I don't have proof. Wait a second, time out. Time out! If the 3 of us were were part of this together, he would not have had Nao do that. He would have had Sarah or Joe do that. Think about it. Involving Nao would just make him more suspicious. There was plenty of time to get one of the others. Oh, right, okay, he would ask Nao, that way if So saw who assaulted him, it would not be one of the 3. Oh my god. God damn it. Makes sense. My argument doesn't work. Then we're in the same situation. I'm denying those emails. Discussion end. Yeah, you're not the only one panting, so... Damn it. I'm exhausted. Yeah, I coughed on purpose. It wasn't a real cough. I'm exhausted. I feel kind of sick. I mean, yeah, you're so small and frail. I think I refuted nearly all his remarks. Yeah, most of them. Unfortunately, not all of them. I was admittedly a little worried because I haven't saved that entire time. Like, going through that once again would be fairly quick. And I would not record going through that all over again. But I was a bit afraid of failing because, you know, I didn't want to get a game over. I think I refuted nearly all his remarks. And yet, why? Why is there this air of swirling suspicion? This is not a positive outcome. We only damaged our own trust. Alice, step in. Remember when Joe let you go? He removed the thing tying you up. I don't have the proper wording, sorry. Darn you, English being my second language. Joe straight up let him go. If Joe was part of the whole organization, would he have just freed one of them like that? I mean, I suppose it wouldn't necessarily matter, but I don't know. I was reaching again. So much emotion here. I was crying, sorry, I wasn't crying earlier, and now I shouted. I got shocked. Like, so much emotion in this one. Which is crazy, because at first I felt like I was doing a bad job at showing emotion. And then it happened. It just kept happening after a while. Like, I was shouting, not too close to my mic, but I know my voice got louder, that's for sure. We only damaged our own trust. Okay, get a grip, everybody. Doubting Sarah just isn't right. Don't point at Sarah specifically. That makes it more questionable. You want us all to be killed off? Hey, what do you think would be worst for you? If a guy like me with no trust were a traitor? No, that can't be it. It would be if Miss Sarah was your enemy, right? Damn, you're good. Damn it! I almost admire him. That is clever. That is clever. I hate you. I hate you, but clap, clap. KG spent a lot of time with Sarah. I'm sure his trust in her is not shattered. Now, see here. Yes, yes, your attention, please. That's Smiley. Yeah, I could tell. Sorry to intrude while you're getting all fired up. It's nearly time for the preliminary vote. What? Oh, wait, at a time like this? Oh my god. At a time like this? The hell do we do? We've got no conclusions. How are we gonna make a vote without regrets? Like, the situation is too chaotic for people to make a sound decision? Well, now Sarah is definitely getting picked as one of the 5. Kai probably, Sol probably, Joe probably. I could see Alice. I could see Nao because she did commit the assault, but I don't think. No, probably not Nao. Not Reko, not... Maybe Kanna, because she... Like, Kyutaro... No, Kyutaro would not vote for Kanna at this point. Not anymore, I don't think. Or Gin. Well, definitely not Gin. What the hell? What can I say now? That's right, I can say it now. I'm the Keymaster. That's right, because I never said it before. I'm the Keymaster! Meow! If I let this chance go, I'll never have a chance to say it. Should have said that sooner. Saying that now just makes you more suspicious, you know? Even so, I'm saying it. So I won't be beaten by you. Let's do the vote already. And now, it's your turn to die. He said the thing! Oh my god, okay, anyway. It's your turn to die, Miss Sarah. Please choose who to vote for. Click. No, click. I keep clicking here. I'm not picking yes. I'm just I keep clicking just to get more votes, vote prompts to queue up. Realistically speaking, he is the one causing discord within the whole group. We had a fairly... not tight, but we had a sort of decent camaraderie. Everyone was, you know, fairly friendly with one another. Alice notwithstanding, and Reko kind of notwithstanding, I suppose. So it's causing everything to go south. So it's your fault. It's you. Right now, it is you, absolutely. All votes have been received. Displaying results. I'm gonna drink. Two votes for Sarah. 2 votes for Joe. No vote for KG. 2 votes for Kanna. No vote for Kyutaro. 3 votes for So. 3 votes for Kai. Okay. Alright. So as I thought, KG no, Kyutaro no, Reko no, Alice no vote. Somehow. Gin, no vote, makes sense. I thought Nao could have gotten one, but Kanna. So some people voted for Kanna because she was not useful. Given the situation, is Kanna really the one you should vote for? The fact that she has contributed less than others does not mean you vote her off. Not anymore. You have clear antagonists here. It's like in Fortnite. Okay, don't worry. I'm going somewhere with this. I once had a Fortnite game. I was playing squads. Squads is groups of 4. But you can queue solo and get with random people that also queued solo. You can also queue solo and not get matched with people that queued solo. There's a setting for that. That's what I do. So I joined a match that was all squads, all groups of 4. I was solo. I picked myself to be only solo, not get with other random people in a team. And I survived all the way to the end, okay? There was 6 players left. There was one group of 4, there was me, and there was another dude that was still alone. That was alone. His teammates were gone. But the team of 4 were, trying to get into the safe zone. They were running out of the storm, so they had to run, so they were a bit careless. They didn't have a car or anything, and so they had to hurry to get into a safe spot, or else they would die in the storm. And I was there in a bush, hidden, and I shot at them while they were trying to outrun the storm, so they were too busy to run to be able to shoot back at me. I killed 2 of them! 2 of them! And then the other guy that was alone shot me and killed me! Do you understand? Now he was left alone against a group of 2. He literally sabotaged himself because now he was alone against a group of 2. What do you think you should have done? How about you let me finish off the team and then you're against a single person instead of being against 2 people? Sorry if I'm shouting. This is the same thing. They voted for Kanna, someone that does not matter right now because she is not the antagonist. You have like 5 antagonists everywhere. It's on top, it's to your right, behind you. There's 5 people trying to backstab you, but you vote for Kanna in this situation? Who does that? Kyutaro, it's you. I'm losing my voice, I'm sorry. Who votes for Kanna in this situation? Surely you have an issue with either So becoming an antagonist, Kai orchestrating like an assault, Sarah if you think that she is suspicious now and you distrust her now. You don't vote for Kanna, she didn't do anything bad. You have like 3 different people, 4 different people that have done, 2 different people that have done clear, obvious, in your face, they admitted to doing something terrible. And you have 2 people that are suspected, Sarah and Joe, of being like part of the masterminds, and you vote for Kanna. What did she do? How about you focus on the problematic people? Like I was doing, the guy killed me while I was killing the full group. You would be 1v4 if not for me. You kill me. Now it's 1v2, and I watched the rest of the match. He died to the last 2 players. He did. The idiot, right? Who voted for Kanna? Kyutaro? Who else? I'm sorry. I'm getting a nervous breakdown here. It's fine. Just the usual. What day are we? Wednesday? Yeah, casual Wednesday. So the preliminary vote. I'm sorry, that was probably very annoying. I'm so sorry. So the 5 people, so we went from 11 to 5 and then to 1, right? That's how it was. Well, we have the 5. Sarah, Joe, Kanna, So, and Kai. The amount of votes doesn't matter. All that matters is that they are the 5 with the highest votes. So no tie beyond 5 people. So I'm getting lightheaded and I'm all sweaty. Yeah, I would feel like that too, Sarah. Fear is welling up inside me. What do you think of the results? 5 will proceed to the final vote. Kanna Kizuchi, Kai Sato, Joe Tazuna. Oh my god, I totally forgot. His name is Joe with a U, but Joe for short. I talked about that in episode 1. Anyway, Joe Tazuna. Why? Why me? Unfortunately, So caused this. I'm sorry, Joe. Look at you, Joe. Look at your face. Look at your hair. Look at your demeanor. Look at your heart. You're a beautiful man, Joe. You don't deserve to be in this situation. I like Joe. I think he's an amazing friend. Like, he's such a cool guy. Like, oh my god. He's quirky. He's funny. Like, I'd want him as a boyfriend. And I don't say that often. Anyway. So Hiyori. I see. Not a big surprise here, so the only surprise I have is that you didn't get more votes than you did. I wonder who voted for you. I did. You got 3, right? Probably Sarah, Joe, and who else? KG, maybe? Sarah Chidoin. We'll die? Well, one of you will. Well, 2, because Sacrifice will die also. We'll die? One of us 5 will, with certainty. Yeah. One of us 5 will die. I don't want to die. No one wants to die. Am I safe? Yeah. You can celebrate, Kyutaro. Have fun. You're kidding. Me too. Woohoo! Can I slap you? Earlier I wanted to slap you. Now I didn't want to slap you anymore. I want to slap you again. Dumbasses. It's the next part that's seriously bad. Thank you, Reko. Thank you. Our votes will decide our fates. Do we have to choose? If I understand right, you are forced to. If you don't vote for someone, you die. Like, you're literally forced. That's the truly terrible thing here. You don't want to kill anyone, but you still have to. This is terrible. Like, imagine the weight. Like, you can't imagine if you've never been in that situation, and in the world we live in, we don't really get in that sort of situation. But if you really think about it, imagine the weight of having to make a decision like that. I mean, sure, everyone have people they don't like, but do you really have people that you want to die? And yeah, you can hate people. Like, for example, at high school, I was bullied. Did I want them to die? Okay, at the time, yes, but that's not the point. I was a teenager. Like, yeah, I'm more mature now. But, like, no. When you get more mature, generally speaking, you understand that killing someone is just really not the correct approach. But when you have to, the weight of your vote It's crushing. Big sis Sarah. Why me? I've tried so hard. Yes, you have. And not just for myself. It was so everyone could escape. So why? I don't want to die. I don't. Get a grip, Sarah! I mean, hey now, Sarah. Your friendly policeman's with you. Thank you, KG. You freaking simp. Just kidding. It's like I would greet him like that, but with a smile for once. KG, listen everybody. We need to narrow it down to just one person. Forget your sympathy and your grudges. Just remember the roles. That's right. At the end of the day, if the Keymaster is chosen, everybody dies. If the sacrifice is chosen, everybody dies, except the sacrifice and one other person. That matters more. That is a fact. If we choose the Keymaster or the sacrifice, we all die. Yes, indeed, we're far from safe at all, absolutely. That's right, so don't go woohoo, okay? Oh, hey, is one of us a sage? If we've got a sage on our side, they'll know who's the Keymaster. Don't tell me there isn't, meow? This is the worst. So if it's one of the 5? Nothing to be done. There's only one course of action. Actually, that's a good point. If one of the 5 is a sage and announces themselves as sage and identifies who the Keymaster is, the sage is a safe kill. You could vote for the sage and you're fine. The sage. So at this point, calling yourself the sage is like, it's a death sentence. It's like okay, I'm the sage. Therefore, you can vote for me. I'm an easy like, unless of course the sacrifice claims to be the sage. Of course. Because the thing with the sage is the sage knows who the Keymaster is. That's cool. But if you claim who the Keymaster is by claiming you're the sage, you're the easy vote. You're the one that is safe to kill. And that's another thing that really sucks. There's only one course of action. Have the 5 prove it with words. Whereas if the sage is not one of the 5, then they could safely say it because they cannot get voted for anymore. Anyway, have the 5 prove it with words. Isn't that right, Sarah? Yes. Exactly. I'll prove to you who the real Keymaster is. Good. Remember people's words and actions in discussion. That's where the path to victory lies. Final round. I'm gonna save and stop. First chance I get. The final 20 minutes. Please, my voice is so rusty right now. Rusted. It's like full of rust. Like my voice is it's gone, man. It's gone. I know I have a crappy voice to begin with. Like, I know that a lot of the time people don't have interest in my videos. Like, they start hearing my voice and they're like, what the hell is that? I mean, I don't know, but I assume. I think it's a safe assumption. For the simple reason that a lot of my videos have like, I don't know, 10 views, and there's an average watch time of like 8 seconds. Like, yeah, they left right away the moment I started talking. They didn't stick around for the gameplay. That's like, I think that is telling. It's I don't see another reason that the average watch time of a video of literally hours would be 8 seconds, other than they hear my voice and they're like, nope. Or my accent, or my bad pronunciation. I mean, the accent and bad pronunciation can be forgiven. It's not my first language. But the voice itself is bad. I'm sorry, I cannot help it. If I can, I have actually considered I should end this video as soon as possible, and I'm going on a tangent again. I've considered using a voice changer before, but then I felt like I would just feel weird about it, so I did not. So this is what you're stuck with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So if someone has watched up to this point, I'm like, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, hope that you have enjoyed the journey with me. Because at the end of the day, I'm not doing this for fame. Obviously, I know I'll never be big. But I hope that someone has enjoyed it. That's at the end of the day, like, I stream for myself. Well, when I stream, these are pre-recorded videos, LP style. But when I do this, it's more for the fun of it, for myself. Like, I talk a lot better than I used to before I started doing this stuff. So, you know, it helped me too. It helped me become less stressed about talking to people as well. Because I used to be so scared I would never stream. Like, I used to stream and then I stopped streaming for years because I was just terrified. And now I stream regularly, or I make, well, these videos. My Your Turn to Die playthrough is the only, like, non-stream on my channel so far. Anyway, enough of that. Let's end the video as soon as I can. The final 20 minutes, please use this endless short time effectively. Endlessly short time? What is this wording? I'll be praying you don't all perish. I'm never doing this laugh again. Miley quietly sat in the chair again. The final battle begins. Thank you. I was like, surely the buttons will appear. Okay, save. 34 hours. Yeah, right. Okay. Alright. I need a break. I think this will be my only recording today, because oh my god. Alright. I hope you had a good time. Sincerely. If you enjoyed it, please hit the dislike button. I wish you a great rest of your day, and in the next video, we're gonna see what happens from here. We have 5 people left. Joe, you beautiful man, you. Kanna, you poor soul. Soul, you probable manipulator. I don't like you. But I kind of respect you in a way after all this. Not that I didn't respect you back when I liked you. Kai, you shady man, you. And Sarah, of course, she's not pictured. Sarah, you versatile person. I mean, she doesn't have a straight up personality. I mean, she has a clear personality, but you don't know as much about her because she is the player character. So you don't know as much about her, which is weird because she is the main character, and yet I feel like she's the one that I know the least. Not the least, but feel like I don't know her intense as much as Kanna's intense, or Gin's intense, or, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I feel like she's Sometimes I feel like she is putting so much emphasis on not wanting to die that she would be willing to manipulate or to kill. In the way that she puts it up, I don't want to die. Like, obviously no one wants to die, but she keeps repeating it so often, and I'm like, I would repeat it in my head often if I was in this situation. The fear of death is very real in this situation. I don't know. I feel like the game is trying to make you doubt Sarah a little bit. Definitely could be a red herring. Although it would not be the first time I see like a game, like a piece of media where it turns out that the main character was actually evil all along and was pretending to be like sad or, you know, to be working with the rest of the group, but they were actually either the mastermind or like actually had their own intents and were gonna kill the others when they could, or something along those lines. I've seen that before. No specific piece of media comes to mind there. I know I in a lot of these videos I kept naming pieces of media, be it movie, game, anime, whatever, book. I kept naming things that I have experienced where I recognize certain things that have happened. And so like I could see it because I've seen it before, so some of the wording sounds like it could be like that. No. But it could be a red herring. Anyway, I will end it here now for real this time. Thank you for watching. Take care.